Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Denville Software Installation Center, where every day is a new adventure. So here's what's going on. We're going to be installing the software and putting this product on the network. It's the Brother MFC-J5920dw, and if you look at the unboxing video, it is a really nice printer with a low cost per page of a penny for black and just over 5 cents for color, and it prints on 1117. It's got two 250 sheet trays, an 80 sheet tray in the back. It is really a nice product. So if you remember, and if you don't, we did the MFC-J5920dw, and this morning I'm like, oh great, that software is pretty much all installed. So I'm looking over here on installed programs. The Brother utility is missing, but the nuance paperport stuff is not. So I don't remember uninstalling that Brother utility. I really don't know what happened. I don't know why I would not uninstall the nuance stuff as well. But anyway, it'll make the installation quicker. Let's go ahead and get it going. And what I'll run isn't working, so we're going to have to try to get it going manually. I don't even see the CD-ROM showing up over it. Oh, there it is. That's not CD-ROM, it's a DVD or W drive. Alright, now this pops up over here now that I clicked it. If I remember correctly, this installation process uses Flash, so it looks like nothing's happening. Okay, like I said, Flash. And what's going on with Flash lately, I think HP's Brother's gonna have to do something about these installation procedures and not make them Flash based. Alright, runway English. And you can install the entire suite, or you can install the user guides, and you can do a custom installation. Just the suite, just the printer driver, the wireless LAN setup wizard, network utilities, and repair the MFL Pro suite. I got half a suite on here already. I'm tempted to click repair, but that's probably going to turn into an adventure. I don't know what's in these network utilities, and I don't think I want to mess with it. So let's just go and install this paperport book scan and whiteboard suite. Well, there's a lot of stuff on here, and let's just do this, install the suite. Now, I'm pretty sure I did take stuff off of here, because there would be all these Brother icons down here. You'll see them in a bit. So, I believe that most of you are going to do this, but don't forget that there's this book and whiteboard install suite on here, which will correct your scanned images automatically. Paperport will be installed, I know that for a fact. And then over here, a custom installation, there's something called network utilities. Oh, okay, this is great. These are the Brother BR Admin Light and Professional, so you can manage this device via the web with Professional, or you can manage it with an executable utility from your desktop. So that's really nice, good stuff. So it's we're still waiting over here. And by the way, I set up the net with this wireless setup, LAN wizard. There's one also on the control panel on the device, and we use the WPS/AOSS push button wireless install. It's in the setup and installation video, unboxing and installation video, and it only took a couple of minutes. It was really easy. So you can also do it from here with the CD-ROM. And we're still waiting for something here. I'm not quite sure what. Okay, here we go. Now, this is already installed, this paper port thing. It shouldn't have to install it again. These three things. You shouldn't have to install it again. You should see it there and skip over it, because this takes forever. Yeah, especially this image printer 64-bit thing. This nuanced stuff, installation is a pain in the neck, setup is a pain in the neck, but overall it's pretty good stuff, especially this PDF Viewer Plus. It gives you the ability to create PDFs. It has almost all the features that a paid version of Adobe Acrobat has. And Paperport is a pain in the neck, and it's got a million features, but if you decide to use it, it's really capable. It lets you send prints and scans to just about anywhere, any application, any destination. It's really super. It takes a little while to get it set up, takes a little while to use it, but if you find yourself struggling to manage your scans and your pictures and distribute and print them, it's pretty useful. But really, the installer should see that it's already on here. Now when I install this, you see all this HP stuff. And it has to be on here. I've explained it before. These printers are under long-term test, and there's no way that I want to take them off and put them back on after a couple months. And it's only two things per device. But for example, this Iris OCR here is on every one of these machines, but it doesn't mess with it at all if it's already installed. HP Update, same thing. Doesn't install it again. You can see it's from 825. This was from 127. All of these things will install after that. But the installer sees that these two things exist. They don't need to be put on here again. You don't need to take extra time screwing around, so it just skips right over that part. Alright, now this is what I said before about some of this nuanced stuff being a pain. It was a perfect example. And this has happened to me before. And this is a bog stock Windows 8.1 machine with hardly anything installed on it except for what came from, well, it's got this HP stuff and Microsoft stuff and Lenovo stuff. But if you look, I mean, there's really nothing unusual on here. The only stuff that's not standard is basic stuff like Adobe, this software that I'm using to record this. But anyway, this shouldn't be happening on a PC that's this clean. And it wigs you out because retries not doing anything. So and this nuance has nothing to do with Brother. Brother pays nuance for this suite, and I hope that it works right. Now, I've had this image printer 64-bit do the same thing to me that you just saw on with the PDF viewer, and it happened on the Brother 2500 scanner that I tested a while back, a couple months ago. Do you want to check and see if there's a newer version? By all means. So that nuance stuff didn't take as long as I thought it would, so maybe it actually did skip some of the stuff. We have installed on June 1st. So let's see, I just refreshed it, and it's updated the paper port today, but left the PDF Viewer Plus and the 64-bit image printer thing alone. So license agreement, this is Brother stuff now, and alright, we already installed the wireless network. This custom install thing, I talked about it before with the 6925. I fooled around with that, and it booted me out of the installation process, and I had to go through all this loading up stuff again. So I'm not even going to go anywhere near that custom install thing. You may have to, but I don't. We already set it up. Alright, this is your firewalls detected, and you can either say don't mess with the firewall and take your chances, or let the Brother software make the necessary changes to the firewall. You really don't have much of a choice here, so I'm going to let the software change the firewall settings. Okay, I found the device. And once again, I said it last time, I don't know what the heck this set by node name is. I'm pretty sure that this other Brother stuff's already gone from there. So I really don't know what the heck this node name thing is about. I prefer if it just said Brother MFC. We'll see what happens. Alright, thanks for choosing Brother products. You're welcome. This is a pretty darn cool printer. It does 1117 printing. It doesn't do 1117 scanning. I believe there's a stitching program that lets you scan two 8.5 by 11 or A4, and then it stitches them together to make a 1117 or A3 print. I'm not sure if it works for scanning, but I know it works for copying. I have to go look at the ledger shortcuts on the control panel. Now it looks like you can only do that in copy mode. Coming back. No, it doesn't have that stitching feature from the control panel. But when the software gets installed, we'll take a peek at the scanner software and see if you can do it there. In other words, it lets you scan half of a ledger original and flip it around off the platen and then scan the other half, and then the software stitches it together and you can print it or save it. From the control panel, it works as a copy mode but not scan mode. And also, this is going to be the same software, the other utilities and nuance stuff that we installed on the 6925 and the Scan Center, I think it's called, ADS 2500 WE. Those videos are also available, so if there's anything you really want to know in depth, you can steel yourself and scroll through it and try to find what you need, what you want to know. Everything is covered. All of the utilities and functionality are covered somewhere in those other brother videos, and it's kind of a waste of time to do it again when it's the exact same software. It wants you to use Brother Ink. You'd be nuts not to. The ink is as cheap as you can ask for a cartridge-based system. So you have to be crazy to screw around with anything but Brother Ink. Now, the only disadvantage is, and there's not much you're going to do about it, even if you decide to put third-party garbage in here, is that the Brother Inks, the black is a pigment-based and the CYM or dye-based, which means that if you subject the print to water, the CYM inks will run a little bit. And maybe not run, but they'll look faded out and mottled. But with the black ink, nothing happens, which is good because, you know, you'd be worried about printing an envelope and then it gets wet before it gets to where it's going and the address bleeds off the page or something nuts like that. But most likely you're going to print an envelope in black. So thank God the black isn't affected by water. And one of these days the registry will get done writing. There we go, and it says the machine can use recycled paper. It has duplex printing. Thank you, brother. And also Energy Star and special power management stuff. Now here wants us to register. You'll go online and register, and you know, I don't want to do it because I get all kinds of junk mail once you do this, all kinds of stuff. And we're doing so many printers, it would make me crazy. So I'm not going to register either one of these, and I think I remember doing this nuance registration before, and it was kind of a pain in the neck. So I'm going to skip right over this stuff. Okay, you can have a status monitor start up on startup. You can enable the network connection repair tool and set as your default printer. You can disable this status monitor on startup thing within the program. So I'm just going to leave this, and I do want it as a default printer because that's what I'm going to be testing. And I don't want any options here, Brother Research and Support or Omni Join online meetings. This research and support thing, I'll probably be looking at your printing and scanning habits, and I don't need that. Okay, now this is one of the things that's a little annoying about Brother stuff is it requires a reboot. Not many other machines do. So I'm going to stop the screen recording and then reboot, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back, and you can see that this little bugger started up here, and it's telling me an icon will appear in the task tray, and it's right there. And you can have it automatically go out and check for software updates, but I don't need to have anything extra running. And you can actually really easy just do a couple clicks through the Brother utilities and check for software. So rather than have it set up some kind of a timer task, I'll do it manually. Don't want to receive any software information. So as you can see down here, we have the status monitor, and you can have it shut off, load. You can turn off load on startup, and among another couple things, which other settings you can get there. If I click it, there we go, and I'll see. And again, why does it do this? Why do I need to copy one? Come on, brother. It installs two print drivers, and it makes me nuts. All right, it's sleeping, and that's correct. And then you can go buy supplies here, or it's troubleshooting to be able to view troubleshooting if necessary to connect to the internet. Click OK. It's connected to the everything's connected to the internet in this room. But here it goes to the Brother website, and it's pretty good information on there. I've been there before. All right. Status monitor settings. If you have more than one brother, you can change or add it to this status monitor. All right, this is Get Windows 10 now, July 29th, baby. Got my copy reserved. This is a Control Center 4, which is like it's also a nice piece of software. And we've gone over ad nauseum in the other recent Brother software installation videos. But this is a really nice piece of software. In fact, some people may not even need to mess around with Paperport, except for its advanced abilities to send stuff all over the place. But to manage your prints and scans, this Control Center 4 works great. And there's two modes. The Office mode includes some special copy modes, but other than that, they do the same thing. And here's all my directories over here. Pictures. Let's set up a folder for set up Control Center 4 folder for everything that you send from the control panel. You can send, if you say scan to email, OCR, photo, general scans, or you could even send to SharePoint folder. So this is created by the software installation, and then you can. We have too many pictures in here, but let's see if we can find some somewhere. All right, but anyway, if you have a bunch of documents, they'll show up over here, and then you can print them, edit them, send them to email, or open them with an application. Let's look at this Brother folder. There'll be a million pictures in there. And you can see there's thumbnails here, and you can do stuff with them, print. You can say, I want to print it, and you can print them in different formats. You can edit them, and then here you can run the scan software. You can run the PC fax software, and you have a couple of shortcuts for photo capture and your Control Center 4 folder. It was dumb to pick something with so many pictures in it, but I think you get the drift. If you wanted to print these, you can't really do much until this stops messing around. So let's go over here again. This HP thing is for this stupid mobile printers and software that's installed on there. This Brother Help was showing up over here like as a blue icon before. There it is again. Now this will take you to the website, and you can also not have it load on startup, so I'm going to get rid of it, and then I'm going to close it. We don't need to go to the website. So right now we have status monitor, we have Control Center 4, which we can also say I don't want this to start on computer startup. You can start it up other ways. So what we're left with is basically one. Wow, what happened there? Oh, I closed Control Center 4. Oh, how do you get it open again? Right here, Brother Utilities. Oh, there's also this Brother Creative Center. Goes to a website and allows you to free business templates, free brochures, free. And you probably use up a lot of ink, but at least the ink is cheap. And some of that stuff is obviously pretty cool. Like, do cards and crafts and calendars, and so it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not up my alley. But all right, so back to Control Center 4. You can start it up here. Let's look at this Brother Utilities. You can start that up here. Control Center 4 again, and then this icon shows up once it's loaded again. But we have everything you really need to do in this machine. Well, that's messing around. Let's go back to this again. This is your scanner utility, and we should check that to see if we can stitch scans together. This opens your scanners and cameras and windows to configure which, this Nuance installs this thing, this software manager, and it's a totally annoying nag. Don't remind me again, and then I'm going to get rid of it as soon as I can. It's like hard to get rid of too. I don't even know if you can get rid of it. I usually do. Yeah, it's down. It should be down here under software updates. I don't see it, and I don't know how to get rid of it. But it is a total nag. Nags you all the time, and I hope that got rid of it. I'm pretty sure it's hiding in here someplace, but or not. Anyway, here's how to use Control Center 4, and once again here you can say I want to print this picture, and you do plus minus, and you check it here. So I could do 1, 2, 5, whatever I want, and then you print it, or you can say I want to edit it, and then it brings it up and it lets me rotate do image correction, trim. This is really nice. Like a nature scene. I don't see anything particularly nature about it. But and this is a little stupid thumbnail, so it looks kind of dumb. But anyway, you can see how nice this little piece of software is. And if you look at the other video, especially the image scanner, I think that's what it's called, 2500WE, we spend more time on the nuance paper port thing, but this is really a nice little piece of software. That's the photo part of it. Over here are your settings. If you have photo, text, custom. When I click scan here, it's going to pull something. If something in the document feeder, it'll feed it and scan it. Or if there's something on the plot, it'll feed it and scan it. And there's another mode, which is the advanced mode. And it's going to open up advanced mode, which doesn't look more advanced, but it offers advanced features here. PC copy, which is available in the other home mode. So enough with that. Scanner utility. You want to send PC faxes. This is pretty cool. You can receive PC faxes and look at them on your computer instead of having them print out. There's some setting up stuff you got to do here. And your tools. This is an important one here. You can, instead of having Brother help down here, you can access it here. You can go in and remotely set up the device. You can also do it with the optional software we were looking at before called BR Admin, if you install that. But this is like even easier. You can do stuff from the from a utility rather than go to the web page. And here's your status monitor. You can do installation diagnostics to make sure everything's working right. And this is a nice thing. You use this uninstall thing to get rid of all the Brother stuff. That's probably what I did a couple weeks ago without even knowing it, and that's why I left the nuance stuff on here. And then Control Center 4, free trial stuff, Brother Web Connect. You can upload and download utilities to your like Dropbox and Google Cloud, stuff like that, to the control panel or the device. And here they are here. Evernote, Facebook. You can scan and send stuff to Facebook, things like that. Pretty cool. The little buttons will show up on the control panel over there. And then support, it could be your user guides, and then you can, if you want to go back and register it, you can. So let's see, I think that's everything at this point. And okay, let's look at over here. Alright, now I got two of them here. Why there's two, I really don't know, but I'm a little nut about junk on my computer, and I don't like it. So here's one of the differences. Here's the print driver for the one that doesn't say copy one. It's like really basic. And this one, okay, look. Now that this is installed on the network, this one's going to show up on other PCs on the network. And I found this out before with the 6925. I can go to any other PC on the network and this is going to show up. And it uses this print driver automatically without installing any additional software. So black and white color, layout, whatever, but there's no dupe. Let's see, the print quality normal, print quantity, page order, poster print, watermark. Like there's no duplex, stuff like that. But you can print this. This will show up on any printer, any PC on this network, and you can do basic printing with it. This one is the actual print driver. And as you can see, it's the same as the 6925. You have the paper, not too many other papers. HP paper, the list goes off the page down here someplace. Print quality, borderless. If you want booklet printing, if you want to go and get a real nitty gritty, you have your color, grayscale, fit the paper size. I'm looking for duplex actually. The print profiles should be a duplex on here, but you can make changes to any of this stuff and then say add profile. You can assign a name, an icon, and you can give it a name like duplex grayscale. Paper safe print, A3 ledger print. You know, this printer has automatic duplex. At least I thought it did. I'm looking over here and I'll just double check. Yeah, it's got duplex. It's got a duplex scan, single pass scanner. It's got automatic. Oh, here we go. Duh, two-sided print. Now it says two-sided booklet. Okay. Here's where your duplex setting is. Two-sided. It doesn't really have anything to do with the booklet part. Threw me off. But anyway, you can change all this stuff and set it up the way you like, and then you can save the profile. You can come over here and it'll be on this list, and you just click it, and it changes all of your settings. It gives you a little icon up here to show you what the heck's going on, and you can quickly recall them. I mean, you can't like export them to another PC, so you're going to have to do it on each PC on your network. You can also have this page show up first, print profiles, checking this checkbox, and then you can do maintenance stuff from here. Check the print quality, clean the print heads. So that's what the print driver looks like. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's the print drivers. We already looked at the utility. The last thing to look at would be the web page, and it's going to look just like all of the other web pages. Let me get the IP address. .168.024. Okay, here's you can do Mondo configuration from here. Remote utility, remote setup doesn't have as much stuff as this. So you enter the IP address up here, and really all kinds of stuff. You can set up just every single setting in the whole thing. A giant address book, 100 addresses, groups. It's even got LDAP, so you can use a network address book. And this is really a nice features this has. And the one thing I wanted to show you for sure is and I showed, we went through this before with the 6925dw, and this is like really nice feature for small offices that don't want to do a whole bunch of have a whole bunch of stuff running in the background, or don't have servers, or you can assign up to 10 user names that require a PIN, and you can lock them out of all of these functions here. Like you might not want anybody to be able to print from USB or memory cards, because they're probably going to be printing pictures of their dog or something. So you would be able to lock them out here. Maybe the scanning part wouldn't, but you don't want people messing around with stuff, or they shouldn't be able to, like download stuff to the control panel and mess around with that. So you would uncheck this for those particular users. And if you think that they're abusing stuff, you can turn off color. You can say, I'm only going to let you print 100 pages at a time, or 10. And then you can go and look at the counter records, and you can also have the counter records automatically reset. So like once a month, I'll give everybody 100 prints, and once a month it gets reset. I mean, it's really nice, really good stuff. So anyway, here's what the web page looks like. And Brother's really good with this stuff. I wish Epson could do stuff like this, and they can on some of the machines, but not quite as heavy duty as these Brothers. And this feature is on like every Brother. It doesn't matter how cheap it is. As long as it's got a network capability, they've all got this stuff. Especially the business line machines. So anyway, that's that. And I wasted enough of your time. So